fandom was Super Brawl, Flash 7. That's it. I know my Super Brawl 3 was great behind my head.
Let's try that again.
And you going to get Sting was probably my favorite feud of all time. I still remember from being a child watching that horrific promo, but the image my favorite drag all time into the fire by the leather. I still remember burned in my head that I never left watching that horrific promo. But the image my favorite drag all time into the fire was being drugged. I believe he faced Rick Rude, and they destroyed his teeth. I remember sitting there and Paul wondering if Sting was going to make it to the ring or if he was qualified.
Wow.
Watching it with us and watching me and my brother while my parents were, and he got into it so much so that he offered my having for a pay-per-view for me and my brother.
God damn it. Wow.
So like $20, so hell yeah,
Look, we've talked about it. There are moments, boss. We know this. The lifelong wrestling fans that have parents or grandparents who were kind of forced to watch it sometimes. And we know, even as kids, if they're not into it, if they're just doing tennis every now and then, we know they're doing something right.
Where's the fire?
Yep.
And it was as bad as some of the Dutch stuff like that.
Whatever.
I was that never went to school that had legitimate freestyle wrestling because I wanted to be a Steiner Brother monitor.
Wow. Well, for them it was Next Step Michigan University. For us, it's Clash. Champions 18, thanks to TLR patron Josh Mayberry, putting that cheddar on the fucking table. Boys, go back to the Kip Fry era, to the Steiners, awesome 400-pounders, the Dangerous Alliance, and all these other goodies. For some time and a time like this, part of the and that's what we're all about. Josh, thanks for letting us get
Thank you. Real quick, how I make the rest of the neighbors jealous. I must say, I had this extreme focus we can both substitute for the last stand back in San Diego in 2009.
Oh my goodness, oh yeah. Oh, this was, you talked about the MMA thing.
Yes, where they had Kenny Tatum was the biggest line there for some reason in a horrible fighting movie. And I remember going up to the Sure Dog and I saw start talking to me. I was asking about Ring of Honor. You asked me about how it came into...
Forget it.
I gave you
Really?
lifelong wrestling.
Damn you.
Fan of kids, blah blah blah. Had Sarah, blah blah blah. W died, blah blah blah. Hey, second Shamrock fighting. Cut the hook. And then I remember one Jason Sorrow coming up and joining the conversation. So I have to say, I have the Jason Sorrow the last chance for the last chance.
Oh wow, look at that.
There you go.
Well, we're happy to come full circle on that. Thanks for the cheese. Good luck with the house. And hey, you got your back. You know we're here in those interesting times.
I can't tell you how much you guys have helped me. Listen to your longest podcast. Seriously, sometimes one day. That's what 24 hours ago.
My friend got that ear covered. There you have it, Bob. I mean, of all the things, Josh, it's about the Steiners tossing back guys.
That's amazing. That is amazing. And they toss them. God damn. They toss them like rag fucking dolls.
Fuck, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking, like, am I watching the greatest tag team of all time right now? When they're out there electrifying like this? I know. The Steiners in 92. First of all, the Steiners in the early 90s. Like, this is like one of the greatest teams ever.
I mean, no question, hands down. They're having spectacular matches that we've seen all over the world. Plus, they're exciting as fuck. They're doing shit that nobody in their right minds would do, and people are, and big guys like Vader and Richard Hughes are letting them do this. Yeah. It's unreal. And they really like. It's so funny. They just never had that real run. You know, that really solidified them as the greatest tag team of all time.
Yeah, but it was always truncated. It was always these, like, things that ended prematurely. You know, so this show, in fact, seems to build up what the signature Steiner Brothers run. It really seemed like, with that win over Hughes and Vader and Lesnar, someone they cut afterwards about the uphold Scott Steiner recovering from bicep surgery, the other thing that yeah, it was like full steam ahead. We're going to the title to fulfill that destiny.
And instead it's fucking Steve Williams and Terry Gordy.
That's right.
And Steiners are in WWE by the end of the year. Yep. And again, it just feels like, and then they go there and they fucking rock the house, but then they, you know, they win the titles in what I thought was going to be this glorious, you know, year-long run or whatever when it happened. Then all of a sudden in September, after having the belts for like a couple months, they're dropping them to the Quebecers.
I can't find what I need.
Yeah, it's a curious story, that from Steiners. But here you can see the spark. And they have a video package on this Flash broadcast that I think illustrates it. Shows you a very rapid part of that.
Alright.
The prospect of the opponent there with the people. Or, you know, can show the nasty boy.
Oh.
Fucking Frankensteiner. I mean, these people are going absolutely insane. I mean, they're on their feet like it's the main event, like the Steve Austin main event because they've never seen this kind of shit before.
You know, we're talking about a real incredible mix of the kind of wrestling that you get from like Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle would do, but also mixing high flying moves plus incredible power moves.
Oh my god. I mean, legit, I mean, that's the thing, it had legitimate top strength in the locker room. Very few were stronger than these two. And they found such a great way to leverage it in that ring. God. Those tosses, those launches. It didn't strain credulity. It didn't make you think, oh, that's unrealistic. It's just phony. You know what I mean? They could convince you that they could actually lift these people even without cooperation. Wrestling.
Yep.
And that package we'll talk about, I guess, in the deep dive section in a bit more detail. It shows the international scope at that time, Steiners. They were one of the top tag teams in Japan. Hustling the top guys in tag teams one has there. Think about what they're showing you. They're showing you the LOD, the fun, the LOD. Those top guys, the other number. Yep. So they're really, not only are they shining in the ring, they're also getting a key playing card in the promotional war. WWE tries to punch above its weight, find equilibrium with the WWF. Of course, it's choppy waters ahead before they get that done. But all the pieces are here. It's just a matter of the wrong ones falling off and the right ones coming to the fore in just a few years. It's still so trippy to watch Bischoff play Stickman.
I know, like serious Stickman. Oh, it's so weird. But it's also a testament to the power. Back to the Steiners quickly. This match particularly, it's a testament to the power of building people back up and booking people smartly. Because here's Vader, curtain jerking here. Yeah, he's like, right. And by this year, he's the world champion. You know, like
it's more. There's politics at play there. I mean, sometimes you get a champion. Watts is in town. The Cowboy is short.
Of course, no doubt about it. But it's still like, you know, if he was obviously booked well enough, to become a monster heel by the mid-year to become champion. Yeah. So I'm just like, it's amazing because here he is, not only opening the show but losing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, how's everybody doing?
And we talked in the Vader tribute show and the Super Brawl White Castle of Fear match about sort of how contractual arrangements became such a Vader was
After the walkthrough. There you are.
This year, a little bit before,
you have to die, man.
Yeah, top spot. But still, by the time it gets there, doing this kind of work against the side, taking this kind of beating, no damage, right.
Oh man, you really are pissing me off now.
I mean, for the longest.
It's a late go mode, but we're good.
How long was Bischoff's reign? Bischoff was, I guess, 6 years? Yeah. 93 to 99. So this is your second reign. Your second longest reign is fucking Jim Herd at 3.5 years-ish. Yep. Everyone else has multi-months. That's about it.
Jim fucking Herd. Of course, we need to turn to the Labs bookshelf in times like these. What is this? I didn't know this. Because if there's one thing revolving door of leadership. Everybody had a point of view. But it's such a turned over topic in the wrestling world.
Remember,
shy about throwing in.
Bomb Infinite must get the Bomb
Also, who gives a
Infinite.
fuck about Jim Herd anyway? Like all these guys, I feel like there are only two guys in the history of, the JCP, NWA, WCW lifetime, or at least in the glory days that we talk about. There are only two people who deserve any kind of reverence who were in charge, and that's Jim Crockett and Eric Bischoff. Everybody else, they deserve to get their ass ripped open. And who better to do that than us?
Are you?
We're in the business for 15 years before them, 25 years after.
You son of a bitch.
Their names, because they weren't part of the fraternity at all. They had no.
You son of a
They
bitch.
weren't able to form any kind of real bonds that would have people sort of stomach their criticisms publicly. There's an open season from Flair to Jim Cornette to just about anybody, and including the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Yet he lasted 3.5 years.
Well, yeah. This was a new world in which Ted Turner was now the
New World Order.
Son of a bitch.
You know what? I challenge a Solar System member to find an instance where
That worked.
I've heard it. I think I've heard it somewhere on a WWE show. I think I've heard New World Order. I think we heard it. I think we heard it on.
probably did it.
I think we heard it when we did the Best of WWE Volume 1. I feel like in one of those, in that Bruno Larry promo, someone says New World Order. Really? I feel like it happened in there somewhere. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. Maybe some Bruno's.
So let's turn to the Acid Dream.
That's right, baby. It's right. Mal.
Somehow, some way, Jackson owning things as Booker, and Turner owning Frog in charge of running things as Booker. And that would be about it as the Washington.
Well, love the fire, but can't win them all, right? Right.
Job title, second in charge, or basically somehow subservient to Bill Watts. It wasn't about that. So until Watts is back. So Dusty has this to say in his book, Reflections of Wrestling American Dream, as we reach onto that bookshelf that Kip Fry started. Quote, the only thing I got hot at Turner about was that he sent Bill Shaw to oversee all of his land holdings in Buffalo out west. Bill Shaw, as you might know. And at Turner's point man. Now, that would have been a perfect job for me. All you had to do was pick up fucking Bill like Bill Shaw was doing and send me out to fucking Montana. And I'd have been gone. That would be the first thing.
That works.
Hey, Dusty. So, Shaw hired Eric Bischoff, who was a visionary in his own right. He turned WCW into something very special. But before he hired Eric, there was Jim first. Marketing guy or something like that, who came from Pizza Hut. He was the blossoming idiot. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to bury people who I feel have done me wrong or who I may not like personally, but this guy was never really in the wrestling business. That's it. Yep. That said, he was the most untalented motherfucker in the history of the world. Right. We used to make a we were running pizza, we were running road race, talent of any human being.
Dumb, you were really dumb. Oh, God.
No gamesmanship, no skill at all. I say that a lot, but I liked him outside of the business. He was drinking Jim Ross at the play her like fiddle. We know Jim's pretty smart.
Look at this. Look at the attacks on Jim Ross.
Coming for Jim. And why is that, boss? Why would we echo those sentiments on the lap of fame?
Unless I get rid of the remotes.
We know that Jim Ross is a sniveling little weasel, always trying to get ahead.
At a price. Had to get rid of the
I'm
remotes.
not afraid to admit that. Here he is, the greatest announcer of all time. But you know what? He wants power.
Yeah, it sucks I don't have
He wants
the
power.
internet.
He wants privilege. He wants position.
You get it? Well, he does.
Well, there's my shot for infinite. I get it.
There's going to be a fucking baby about it. Quit the business. Until Jesse joins the Flash call. What do you think JR on that fucking lab?
Nothing. I don't even know what this guy got.
Some sort of monster radar show. Some kind of a
I'm getting hurt like an idiot.
Always matters.
There you go. That's the tagline. That's the tagline. That's true. That's right. We know Jim's pretty smart. JR is pretty smart. So he managed my job.
Here we go.
I respect him. Then I think JR is
Looking as good as I would do in
I don't think the announcer
first person.
stands up to him. I don't think any announcer stands up to him. We used to say Gordon was best, King, but JR was best. If I was going to get someone to call a title match and everybody was age-wise at the same time. So I had 9 bosses when I went back to being a corporate cowboy. But each of them were bosses. The other 4, nothing.
Jesus Christ.
Kind of believe him, but I'm struggling to get to 9. Here's the meat of the matter. My finisher.
Oh, you little bitch!
Well, we'll talk about how it's done. Nothing ever misunderstanding about this. I think that's the old one.
You suck.
Right.
Anybody who's lived in LA is like a hero to Dusty Rhodes.
Your life. Scan to the next page.
I'm his hero. Like, I live in LA.
We got rid of her. Bill Watts blew into town with both 6 guns blazing, and they got rid of him. And I think Ole Anderson was there one time earlier, and then there was Bill Bush, who was an income tax guy who was running our business, who made J.J. Dillon and James Jester his big buddies. If I was running the Montana stuff, I would have put all 3 of them shoveling shit out there during that point in time. There's also Bob Dew, who ran the Omni. He took the Omni for us. Like, hello? Okay, sure. That's what he said. Sure.
Okay, I'm standing in fire like an idiot. You have no health left.
Hold up. You take 5
Oh, there was a heart you needed. Just get to 20. Just get to 20 alive. That's all you gotta do. Get 20 alive.
Why don't you do that?
Soak up a bunch of hearts.
All right, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Crocker.
Get to the next
That's what you
stage.
gotta do.
That's, ooh. But getting back to Kip Fry, they went over to the 12th floor on the other side of the complex, the North Tower, where all the bigwigs with Turner were, and Jack Petrick, I believe, one of the big lieutenants of Turner all those years, respected by Ted because he knew how to delegate what he had to do in his own frame to another person who knew nothing of the rest of it. They're passing a room, and Jack says, "Hey, what's your name?"
Start.
As he looks in the room, Kip Fry is putting videotapes on his sleeve to ship out. "Are you into seeing wrestling?" "Yeah, sure." "Okay, you're the president of the Justice. Get your shit together, bro."
Fire up.
Oh my god. They brought him
Fire up.
Yeah, I believe every little word of that.
The first thing he did was change the show, but the legendary cornerstone
You
of
win.
until 5 p.m. forever. Jim Ross hated it. The only reason I went along with Kip Fry is because Ross hated it so bad.
Oh my god.
He was a fan of JR, huh?
Yes, jeez, Louise.
You know, there's something fascinating to me about people who hate JR, you know, because he's so
Yes.
good at, like, ingratiating himself to everybody that, like, there's just a side to him that people have seen.
But you know very well that there are some people in that business who have only seen angry JR.
That's correct.
Paranoid JR like 70% of the time versus 30, and there are people who see opposite. 30% good JR and 30% of angry paranoid JR.
But he plays the good old thing like a fiddle, you know?
Right. Oh yeah. I just want my barbecue sauce.
You
Damn
win.
it.
Okay.
Come on, damn it.
I just want my barbecue sauce. Sign this right here.
You're
Just
right.
sign
I just
it.
want my barbecue sauce. Just sign this paper. You sign over all your goddamn life, damn it.
Well, that's not going to work, Jim. See, that's where you go wrong in your soft touch strategy. Okay.
You're signing your life, kid. You're signing it to me, kid. Make yourself famous.
Make me famous, please, or at least my barbecue sauce. Or at least my restaurant.
Make my sauce famous, kid.
Start. Fire up. Vita.
Make my
Fire up.
sauce famous, kid.
Fire up.
Or make my famous sauce.
Fire up.
Come on over to the house.
Damn it. The fucking trying to remember is that he's not a southerner, you know? He spent most of his life in North Carolina, but he doesn't have an accent at all. He's like a classic, like, he went to Duke for law school, and he just landed in that part of the country and fell in with Turner. There's nothing better to me than the WCW Southern culture lorded over by some gangs, you know?
I'm looking at you. Went to USC.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then got I don't know what's a Juris Doctor. What is that? A law. So he got a law degree from Duke in '85, and then worked in intellectual property.
Working intellectual property. Okay.
That's right. I mean, shit. Look at it. I mean, wow. It's crazy. Crazy fucker. He's done a lot.
Like, so, what J.R. what Dusty Rhodes is talking about, Boston, is that Kip Fry made WCW not World Championship Wrestling on Saturdays, it's been forever and ever, but WCW Saturday Night, like the Saturday Night show, like Saturday Night Live, almost half to 2 hours with a talk show format, with Jim Ross interviewing people like the group Alabama or whoever he would be there, nothing to do with wrestling whatsoever. Saturday night. Crazy. Yeah, it's really crazy. But he, of all people, he who's only there from, what was it, January to May of 1992?
Yeah, something like that.
You win.
His signature on the flagship.
Your life. Get to the next stage.
He had a vision and went on to make that happen, but he was out of place. He didn't know. And that's the kind of people were being hired, Dusty writes. It was boss after boss after boss, like the Lapsed Fan Wrestling Podcast.
That's right.
And you never knew where the head of this corporate jackass was. He always got to talk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ready.
There you go. That's the
Start.
road. Come on, that's where he's going.
I love it.
Took his shot. Put JR on the table, you know, and he got a book, Slobber Knocker. He weighs in on what it was like to work under Kip, where his head was at, and it's a great read.
Your line.
Surf from it now,
Get to the head stage.
Kip Pride picture. It's hard sometimes to look at citations because for some reason Dusty and his copy editor just thought it was Fry, like F-R-Y. Oh, so it was like calling the name.
Like Fry's Electronic Shop.
Right, yeah. Or Fry, or, you know, Fry
Ready.
for that.
Start.
Would you like, now? Fries or Kip Fries?
Shawn Michaels used to eat kip-up fries.
You win.
Only kind of
Sort of the Rock. Center of
Your
the ring.
line. Get to the head
Center of
stage.
the ring, Kip up top.
Kip up to a vertical base. Let's be honest here. Let's not pull punches. Kip up to a vertical base. Because it's about base. Megan Trainor said it well.
It's about finding and maintaining things.
What are you, in the fucking Air Force? Alright. Good JR.
Ready.
Surprisingly heard.
Start.
It's just not worth it. I've got this dress.
Moment
You're
finish.
one I
Play
can
clock. Lock.
You're one that I trust like that. You know, I've made a lot of
Play clock.
Put in the oven.
the WCW pizza it's stale. You know, it's day old pie.
You win.
Nobody eats day old pie.
Your line. Get to
The
the head
toppings are
stage.
old. The cheese is old. The foundation, the dough just doesn't give a shit yet, Jim. The dough just don't give a shit.
The dough was the only thing that gave a shit that we said. Go for it, guys.
Start.
Oh, pardon me, the dough was the only thing anyone gave a shit about.
I'm out.
Play clock.
I'm never leaving my house.
With her left to pursue other interests.
Do they wish him well in his future endeavors?
Not really, no. Not
You
particularly.
win.
I think they would have preferred that he just transitioned to another role at Turner instead of skip town.
Your line. Get to the
They
head
offered him a
stage.
landing pad, but anyway. Jim Ross, that is. I knew the constant internal battles were tearing him up and that he was reaching the point of having to step away. He was butting heads with Dusty as Booker and getting frustrated with WCW in general. Hurd was facing a near impossible task for someone to use wrestling. Never mind, he had none. After he left, TBS named K. Allen Fry as WCW's new leading
Ready.
I like
Start.
fries, and I like fries.
Supersize those JR fries, please.
Have you seen the donut fries with Dunkin' Box?
I haven't actually seen it, but
I recommend it. I liked Fry, who asked everyone to call him Kip. Well, if he asked everyone to call him Kip, boss, why, when he showed up on television for the first time in his life, did he insist on the Chiron reading K. Allen Fry? I think I know why. You want to take a guess?
because he's a bitch and wants to seem more professional than he actually is.
Kind kind of, what thought crossed my mind? Would it be that out of question that he kind of would hope that people wouldn't really
Ready?
be able to know by his name?
First name is Kip.
No. In fact, when I moved on television for wrestling, kind of maybe that's a way to make sure that very unique first name Kip doesn't come up in association with wrestling.
You win.
Well, also, Kip makes him sound like an 11-year-old boy.
Your life. Get to the next stage.
He was a smart guy, Ross writes, having earned a law degree at Duke. He was a big basketball fan and was a genuinely nice man who really tried to foster a positive work environment. Unfortunately, he lacked the one thing he needed most in his new role. He had virtually no product. He'd never been a fan. I don't mean that he hated the business, as so many of the whole year now Turner executives. Wrestling simply had never registered. For a guy who was so bright,
I think wrestling could be fun.
yeah, I think talk about it on that fucking cast. Finally.
You want me to be in charge of the wrestling?
Yeah, I think it'd be a great tip. I mean, is it change of
The
pace?
rest? You want me to be in charge? You want me to be in charge of the wrestling team? Wow.
Your life. Get to the next
Okay.
stage.
I mean, let me tell you, these guys are a trip. I mean, they're colorful guys, and they just they march to a different beat. But at the end of the day, they're some of the most fascinating people you'll ever meet. They don't give you any headaches. They don't try to fuck you. They don't, they don't try to manipulate you. They don't bitch and whine and complain. They don't get hurt every 2 days. They don't refuse to do steroid tests. They don't find ways to get paid 6 times more than economic, prudent.
I mean, that just sounds like fun because, I've been doing this with a lawyer for so long, and change the pace. That sounds like fun. Yeah, let's do it. I think I'm more, let's think about, if I'm going to be, I think it should be an executive vice president.
I think it would be
the way to go.
producer, but we'll talk about that.
Well, I think
Kip Fry would put down Kip
as a
Fry,
behind-the-scenes thing, but executive vice president could be my on-screen persona. And so,
just as well as I do in first person.
I really like this. I like this is new. This is a different kind of character. All right.
And so I think I got to be a little more professional than just being out there as Kip Fry. I think I'm more think about it because I am a professional and I'm a VP. So I think something like K. Allen Fry really creates that more put me on a pedestal. I think it's got to be more fun. K. Allen Fry.
What are you afraid of calling yourself Kip for on TV? I mean,
I'm not afraid of anything.
You're known all around this building as Kip.
I'm good. Yeah, but that's for people who know me. But people watching me on television, K. Allen Fry makes me seem like I am. I'm the executive vice president of wrestling operations and television here in WCW. So what I think,
not yet. Well, I guess I did off.
I am. Job. So I'm going to go as K. Allen Fry because that.
This, by the way, is my Bill Shaw.
I think we've done Bill Shaw before.
It's a presidential name, huh, Kip?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be fun.
Contract. Yeah. Been making like 50, 60. What do you think? They give him a raise, give him like 65?
Sure, why not? These guys work hard. I've seen them. I mean, I haven't seen them, but I trust everyone in Turner works hard. Let's give them a raise. Why not? No harm, no foul, right?
So you're not going to offer him like $200,000, are you?
Well, I mean, let's see. Have you seen him as a wrestler? Does he do his job well? How does he do his job compared to other guys?
He does his job when he did.
Yeah. Yeah. What was the star rating of his last match? I don't know.
plays him right. He's never a fan. As for a guy, wrestling simply had never registered with him. A guy who was so bright, probably thought nothing of having to manage a crew of wrestlers. Beyond the fact that
Get to the next stage.
which wouldn't turn his stepping stone to something more significant than Turner broadcast. Kip's other major problem went hand in hand with not being familiar with wrestling and managing wrestlers. He was too trusting, not understanding that when you had a roster of wrestling talent, you don't have a clear understanding. A lot of the guys had the instinct to spot a weakness, the willingness to pounce. They thought they could get something.
Ready?
Some of the guys had contracts with her that would never have flown with someone more savage. Guaranteed contract. Paid the wrestlers. That guaranteed contract would do as much for an empty arena as for a self. I thought it was a concept that wouldn't work that successfully. However, it did create an incentive that was new and innovative. It created bonuses for guys who delivered the best performances at the pay-per-views and clashes. This helped level off some of the comfortable, quote-unquote, matches that guaranteed contracts helped usher in. Kip also scored something of a get when he brought in Jesse the Body Ventura, color commentator and pay-per-views. So, Kip, what do you think?
Hey, did he bring him in? Did he bring him in? So in his first week, he said, I want bad guy. I want the mayor of that, right, that's what I want. He's a wrestler, right? He's a wrestler. Like Jesse Ventura, you know? From Predator? Yeah, he got support. Look at that. Why not? How much more of a pass? Whatever. What do you want? 100 grand. Okay. What? Why not? He's a big star. He's been in movies with Schwarzenegger. That's a deal. That's a deal, man. You ever dealt with celebrities before?
Not like you.
Dollars. Millions of dollars. This guy's a deal. $400,000. That's nothing. Like that just up and being on television. Get it.
All right, we'll get him. Although he wasn't the first commentator to advocate for wrestling villains, roles, boss rights. I like him when I identify it's only fresh the door for learning now more than I was.
Think about it. He's going to be working more days for us than he would on a movie.
Well, of course.
Think of that.
Yeah, but a movie is
Your life.
Of course, just
Get to the next stage.
Nah, this is a deal. This is a great deal.
You don't even have a deal yet. You just said sign him, and I told you how much he was floating for his price. I mean,
And that's a great deal.
I'm gonna wonder if Payout or Fry was the right choice. Did someone call Bill?
Bill who?
Nothing. I wasn't regretting it. He was only fresh in the door a minute more than I was. Severity, was on the show.
We should also, we're going to lock in these guys. Guaranteed content. None of this. We're going to have guys who are loyal to that. Make them. That's how this is going to run. It's all garbage. Make these guys respect. Make these guys loyal. I get it. I get it.
Are you
Piece of
saying?
cake.
Are you saying we should take a more, I don't know, venture capital approach?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is great.
What are you, some guru on venture capital, Kip?
I know how the entertainment business should be run. Okay? I get it. I get it. Hey, you know what?
Ready, start.
I help put up the Cartoon Network. I'm going to help put up the Cartoon Network. 8 months or so.
magic happen here. I'm the golden boy of Turner. Securing the rights to Hong Kong Booey? Absolutely.
You're all going to see. I think big picture. I don't think of the little picture like everyone else in the wrestling business. I think about what's going to make us stand out. What's going to make us be the big company, the big wrestling organization.
Right.
You got to bring in stars like Jesse Ventura, guys who crossed over into that mainstream circuit. Get back to their roots, and the fans come with them. Think about all of Minnesota's gonna watch their hometown boys. Guaranteed.
It's not a very big market, Steph. I mean, that's kind of inconsequential.
That's one whole state, and all we have to do is get the other 49 on board.
Your life.
Joe's is not the governor yet, right? You know, he's just the mayor of one city in Minnesota, not even a major city.
It doesn't matter. He's a Minnesotan.
Odd
And
thing
they're
to,
gonna-
odd thing to stress. Just saying, an odd thing to stress about this Ventura.
And all of Minnesota's gonna see it. They're gonna say, "Wow,
Holy shit.
my guy!
I just
He's
figured
one
it
of
out.
my guys."
See, you're playing coy with me. You're playing coy with me.
Right.
Because if you
Start.
know system to come in line. You know what I'm detecting right now? You may talk to run down. Huh? Answer my fucking question. Yeah.
Now, let me just say this right now. I am not authorized to disclose any of my personal conversations and discussions with people outside of this organization.
Why? You're a lawyer? Client privilege?
You win.
I'm not at liberty to say.
Your life. Scan
Get
to
him on
the
the
next
desk.
page.
Stands behind his head and just looks at Bill Shaw. He's not.
What I,
to say.
I'll tell you one thing, Bill.
Yeah.
What I am at liberty to say is you can get the fuck out of my office.
Scenes
Thanks,
from
pal.
CNN Center. Lovely. That happened on the 26th floor. Right after he was
Right.
putting videotapes.
Start.
Hold on, fuck. You know what I mean? Like the guy who actually puts the videos in an office with everybody in the club. I don't want no footlights out of the grand building. JR is forced to work with Jesse for the first time. I don't know why I blame Jesse for getting
Your
it.
life.
I should have blamed myself. I didn't have the right negotiation plan. I should have had a plan for how to talk to Fry about how much money Ventura was earning versus what I was earning, the amount of work I was doing.
Well, at least he takes responsibility for it.
Sure. It's fair. And Bubba would have gotten the money he asked for it. But ultimately, it was the wrestlers taking advantage of Kim, which led to his. He was always doing his best to appease everyone. But in our business, that's just Ever since we split up, I would call her off and on. We became better friends over the phone than we seemingly did when we lived together.
Your life.
Department head, she asked? Yeah. Fry says he's leaving. And I think I have the experience now to make something good of the company. I think you should do it, she said. So good old JR.
Mm-hmm.
On the power pursuit. Now you want. Now you know why Dusty was cranky about it.
What hungry?
One cowboy hat too many, boss. What do you say?
JR is always hungry. Whether it's a barbecue or JR wants the whole show.
Here's a book that's never piped up before, boss, on the Lapsed podcast.
Exciting!
At least not in such a
next stage.
official way. I mean, what? Okay, go ahead. Thank you. There's no question that Vince did a better job of running his business than WCW did theirs.
Start.
Oh, shit. Inside out. Now, what would it do? Get down to the bar, you on that cat. Let's get down to the bar, you on that cat.
These goddamn Kip Rodman piece of shit gonna fucking kick him in the balls and then chop his balls off, put him in the damn deep fryer.
Goddamn Kip Fry.
He fucking Kip frying his bullshit. I'm like fucking going in his goddamn office, take him over and shit in his face, make him eat like a fucking shit sandwich. Take your goddamn fucking hot dog bowl, put my shit in it, and make it shut it down, make it fry, throw it in the shit.
Yes. Only chewing straw on the bayou, baby. Not fun. Well, I think Alfred's did a better job. Incorporated. We all know this. Like cat hatters. Vince also insisted that you do a job on television during your first time in his territory. That was simply a control situation for him. He wanted to see if you'd do it.
Patterson, get in here.
What's up, boss?
I've been reading Ole Anderson's book.
Oh, shit. I was hoping to keep that out of your field of vision.
Big fan of this guy.
Yeah.
Let's get him under contract.
What do you like
right
to
now?
When he says fuck you when you try to buy him out?
Hey, he kisses my ass. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I make decisions. People fucking listen. Never mind. Ole Anderson works for me. Yeah.
Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. That was simply a control situation for him. He wanted to see if you'd do it. If you refused, then he knew where you stood, and more likely he would get rid of you. Turner's people in Championship Wrestling couldn't control their wrestlers because the people running it didn't know shit about the wrestling business.
Your life. Get to the next stage.
I added shit. He said anything. I know he would have put shit if he had brothers, so. They hired people who were completely ignorant about wrestling, who had never had anything to do with the business. I know
he's got like, you know, he's reciting this to his little, to his typist. And he's like, oh, just put shit down. Maybe he won't see. Just don't put something else.
He'll never read it.
Ready?
They hired people who were completely ignorant about wrestling. They never had anything to do with it. I know I've said this several times. I'll probably say it several more times. Anyway, they didn't think you didn't have any knowledge about the psychology of wrestling. You got it. Therefore, just about anybody could run the business. And that's who they hired to handle their company. Just about anybody. Jim Hurd, Bill Shaw, Jack Patrick, Kip Fry. I suppose you could say they were all fiddly smart and well-educated. I'm guessing they must have been to get to the position they were in with TBS. But who knows? Facts are, they all failed. They all failed! Wrestling at TBS had thrived for many years when it was run by people in this business. At the time TBS took over the wrestling promotion, no one knew much of anything about wrestling. Kip Fry was an attorney. What do attorneys know about wrestling? From my personal experience with attorneys, I didn't even know very much about law. None of them. If anybody can do it, then it doesn't matter who can cause that. Of course, the exception to that is that you don't want a wrestler in charge. Wrestlers are sweaty Neanderthals. You don't know anything about business. Several people told me, your ideas are old. Nobody wants to see them anymore. Evidently, that's where they missed it. Something must have been wrong with their modern ideas because WCW went out of business. They took millions of dollars from Ted Turner's account and bought millions of dollars worth of no-talent wrestling won. Nice hotels, nice cars, first-class planes with 4 main deals, and monetary contracts that mean NFL play. When you consider football players in the NFL could at least play football, you shouldn't wonder, like, yeah, they had a hard time going wrestling when they couldn't find anybody to wrestle. At one time, this guy was no, right. At one time,
Rippler, son of a bitch, does the goddamn same match all over again. You know, same stupid fuck. I don't want to get on my goddamn television show. I don't want that shit. I don't want to watch that shit. If I want to watch some goddamn thing over and over again, I'll watch myself take the shit on the floor over and over and over again.
That's a strange choice. You would think you'd say something that would be easy to watch over and over again. That would require you to tape it. It would be a lot harder than to watch Ric Flair's matches over and over again. I'll say that
right now. More entertaining than watch the goddamn Ric Flair match. The same fucking shit happening over and over and over and over.
The similarity is shit.
That's right. Bullshit.
The shit.
Bullshit. I shit.
Well, at the house! At one time, dagger.
No.
That one got
Halfway
like
there.
an arrow. It's like I'm talking, that's one of those like, one of those like tribal arrows that you spit with a little bit. Gets you right in the neck. Yeah. At one time, the principal goal of the booker was to put asses in the seats. People for the broadcasters didn't have to worry about that. They used Ted Turner in his pocket, so they spent his money without giving any thought to the return of his investment. They kept Ted
So
happy
we
by
got the
pointing
one
the fact that he got
first.
the television programming out of the deal. Eventually, though, the business couldn't
Not gonna
sustain
make it.
itself because it reached the point where they were making more money than they could justify. Year 2000, $460 I stood up and tried to explain what the old timers did. I talked about how we looked at things psychologically and how we put matches together. Every person at the table, and there might have been 15 people looking at them. Where did this guy come from? Because you weren't working there, Oli, when you started piping up. You snuck into the building.
I never stuck in another. What? No. No. I only go where I'm invited. Put you on the ground. Stomp on your balls. Just keep bumping your balls.
Right. Start.
This guy does an incredible imitation of you. He's looking at you like you have a
Take your knees out and fucking chop it off with a goddamn saw. And then I'm gonna put them on fucking rotisserie and eat that shit with it.
Yes.
Your life is scared to the next stage.
Uh-huh. This is that gas. This isn't a fucking game here. Alright. Where did this guy come from? He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's not how you promote wrestling. This is a new era. This is the 90s. At first they used to say this is the 90s. Then they changed it to this is the new millennium. Yeah, because it was only. Because years passed. Well, it might have been the 90s. It might be a new era. It might even be the new millennium. But the same methods of life. The ones that were tried and true over the years. The building industry might have to make still have to make it plumb. Still have to be square. What would have happened if CBS decided to build skyscrapers and still management building used to destroy WCW? They didn't have a carpenter. They didn't have a bricklayer. They didn't have a roofer. They didn't have any other knowledge about construction. So how are they going to build a skyscraper?
But you know what? In a couple of years, they're gonna have a rougher.
Yep. Exactly. So he just goes on in this vein. So basically, it's just shitting on positions
Shitting on the establishment is what he's doing.
I figured I knew something about wrestling, but they didn't listen to my ideas. What the hell do you know? Yet the girl I lived with, who never wrestled in her life, was the vice president of wrestling. Oh my God. Who only has powers. Blaming them for putting his girlfriend in power when it was like, did you put her in power? No, maybe not. Maybe I'm naive. I don't know. The guy I hired in 1983 to deliver tapes to a public TV station became one of the big shots at WCW. The guy who was a bookkeeper for the company became the president and ran the whole operation. The idea that just about anybody could operate professional wrestling didn't turn out to be true, though, because it takes more than just a warm body to make it work. They found that out the hard way. Holy Anderson. Time of the century. Motherfucking fry. See at Clash 18. Look into his eyes.
I'll give him that.
Let's see if Eric can take out the bookshelf portion with Eric Bischoff. Controversy creates cash. Often, Turner Broadcasting would find an executive who, for one reason or another, wasn't working out in a division or department. He was inevitably going to be earmarked to be the next WCW president. Get pride in this guy. He was a young attorney in the entertainment division, probably in his mid-30s. I guess because he was an attorney and had the background in entertainment, they probably felt like he'd be the best executive of WCW. Who knows what anybody could say? That was one part of the Turner Broadcasting was no community wrestling and mixed competitive wasn't the worst thing. And that was worse. I'm talking about former
Damn it.
Television. They also had all their own political and personal agendas. More often than not, depending on their political faction, these groups of people would conspire with each other.
59. Yay!
And the best interest in the company. Most had histories of one sort or another with each other. Some good, most bad. It was a very, very political environment. Turner had acquired a lot of the very same problems that had forced the Crockett family to sell in the first place. When you buy a company and bring everyone over that was associated with it, the odds are you're bringing over a lot of attention. A lot of the dead weight, a lot of the people with limited abilities and vision, but plenty of baggage that wanted to purchase. That was why people like Jim Herd had such a hard time. Not only was he working against the forces at the time, he was working against the internal expectations that undertied. They happened. That's about 2 or 3 weeks. I don't want to characterize all of these people, but I think anyone who had any sort of political stroke within Turner Broadcasting was self-serving interest, whether it was Jim Ross, Dusty Rhodes, or the Sharon Sadellos of the world. Sharon Sadello was a vice president of pay-per-view and marketing, and she certainly had her own agenda. Then again, all of the department heads of WCW had their own agendas that were politically aligned to different camps. They spent a lot of effort aligning themselves so they could take over another part of the company instead of doing the kind of things that would turn the company around. Kip was naive. But he was strict. He didn't have a very clear cut vision. One more time, Eric? No, right? Get it. Did you have one, Eric? No. Me? I mean, I've got ideas.
But you don't want to hear them.
No. Do you really? Hey, where are you going? Initially, I think Kip made a good impact. He increased management communication with talent on creative decisions, for example. But within 60 or 90 days, that's all it took. He was overwhelmed by forces he didn't understand and shown the... Man, 60 to 90 days, that's all it took, boss. That's quite an organization, isn't it?
Unreal.
He was 38 years old. There's a book on Jim Herd.
Okay, one guy. Gotta find it fast.
The writers on the wall.
hope he doesn't get it. Oh, you son of a bitch.
But at the same time, there are communication gaps pointed out by guys like Eric are also residents. Bird was just not a people person. He was not. They even did like a survey around the office, according to the Observer, interviewing people about how they try his job performance. And
Really?
yeah, ultimately, I mean,
He's not a people person. He's a pizza person.
they just asked the wrong question. Is all.
Right.
Yeah, he's as much of a pizza person as the fucking Papa John's guy is now.
Oh,
So we got that. We've got the fact that in addition to rubbing people the wrong way, we'll just have outbursts.
Ready?
And
Start.
kind of was criticizing the overall negative. Like Dusty all the time, and they are, and that's
Bomb infinity.
stature. Kind of like a reorganization where Jim gained a little bit more power, a little bit more time to Good Friday hearing. Through that power that Jim Crockett gained, he brought in, he was credited
Get
to
to
Jim
the next page.
Steamboat, Rick Rude, Paul Rude to a $300,000 contract for just 142 days, which was a very sweet deal.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was the problem. And the joke before about the contract with Brian Pillman is one of the real signatures of short Fry Rain. He did agree to pay Brian Pillman $200,000 for the first year.
Start.
More. The reason that's always so referenced historically is for Washington the exact opposite mandate to start cutting all of the expenses to get Fry put over the top when he came. Those kind of contracts,
Get to
just
the next page.
Pillman's. I'm sure he had a hand. I'm not sure, but I think he had a hand in what Ripley was paid. And so Bill comes in and it's like, what the fuck did we make this kind of money for? And he starts fucking with everybody who makes big money, trying to force them to cut. And the great story of the watch here is, remember the boss? He comes to him and he says, I'm going to job you out. You don't agree to pay cut. It's about the highest paid job around. Fine.
That's right. That's right.
So that's Kid Fry. I guess Pillman was one of those guys who pounced. Yeah, what we're talking about. So after Kid Fry takes over against Steve Williams comes in.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Dog. Fry called me first day of the company.
I hate you.
Bob Garner, Dusty Booker, and Jim Crockett to handle scheduling, booking, through the date. Sharon Dello from Turner Home Entertainment, where she came from, was put in charge of marketing at WCW. We know Sharon was kind of given credit or lack thereof for the White Castle Fear vignettes we talked about.
Oh, right.
That's how she fits. That's how she saw marketing. Yeah, so we did do that thing. We did. He announces before the class.
Now, how does this? I mean, I know you're gonna explain it, but I just want to. How the fuck does this work? Because it's so subjective. You could have the best match that everybody else in the world thinks is the best match, but Kip Fry thinks it kind of sucks.
Yeah, to say nothing of the fact that very often the goal of a match isn't to have a great match. It's to advance a storyline. It's a screw job to run an act.
Right.
Those guys are going to be penalized because they're not put in a 20-minute position.
Yes.
You know who got the bonus on this show?
Who?
Take a guess. Who deserves it?
I mean, who deserves it? Well, it depends. Depends on how you look at it. But I would say, off the top of my head, it would be the guys in the main events. But I could also see going to the Ian Hughes. How about Tillman? No. Morton? No. DDP? No. How about himself? Best performance? No. Ventura? No. Van Hammer? Yes. No.
In his first show, doling out these performance bonuses, Kip Fry sees fit to throw $2,400 extra bucks at Van Hammer, $2,400 extra bucks to Cactus Jack, and $200 to referee McCaffrey.
What the fuck? What? I mean,
They don't deserve it?
Foley does. Yeah, Van Hammer doesn't deserve to get paid to wrestle.
That's a lot. Blowing a jawbreaker on the ring. Is there anything No. Certainly one wasn't offered. So that's this guy. And I'm sure, if he was lacking knowledge, he would encourage his executives, his czars, to tell him
so
he had the best matches. You can imagine.
All right. So, okay. Here we go. First show. Big success. Huh? Look at that.
I gotta say, Kip, it went really well.
No, huh? I think so. I think I made a good impression. Yeah. And there was some action out there. I mean, what
That's a good start.
I'm new to the whole, WrestleMania thing. Yeah. What are we, how do you judge a good match? How do you judge that? I want to follow through with the bonus thing. But maybe you guys can help me out a little bit. Who do you think had the best match? Because I was excited the whole time.
I think it would be probably Barry Windham had the standout performance of the night.
Which one was
Your
that?
fuck buddy.
The guy with the hand injury.
You know what? I was on the phone. Oh. Missed that one.
No bonus for them then. What did you see?
Well, I'll tell you what I did see, what I was paying attention to the most. I mean, I won't lie, it kind of lost me after a while, because I just don't know it yet, I'm sure.
Right.
I'm sure, like this
playing
time
that card, Kip. You're going to have about 4 more hours to play that card, so play it to the hilt.
This time next year, I'm sure I'm going to be getting it. I'm going to have a great analytical mind into the wrestling business, but right now it's so crap, So, I gotta say, the last thing I saw was that I can really remember before I kind of had to zone out because it just got to be a little too much for me. The last thing I saw was that crazy bearded guy and the rocker guy. Who are they?
That's Van Hammer and Cactus Jack.
Yeah, they did pretty good. They did a pretty good job. Let's give them the money.
Really?
Yeah, why not? They worked hard.
They're rolling around in the dirt, throwing a bucket of water and shit.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Should we
Nobody else
Abdullah
did that.
the Butcher and Mitzi Hyatt, please?
Who are they? Oh, that stuff was so funny. I mean, nobody else was outside and
well, that was different. I mean, Vince McMahon is doing that stuff. Well, that's fun.
Right, that's what I'm so excited about. It's a work that different direction. Those guys challenge the business.
So you got to think about this, Kip. I mean, you pay these guys, $2 extra grand for this performance.
Yeah.
Next show comes around, these guys are going to be tripping over themselves to try to get dispensation to do these brawls all over the arena because they think that's where the money is. I mean, how are you going to handle when every match on the card wants to spill in the back? And we can't do that on every show or every match, for sure.
Well, you gotta just keep up with the Joneses, huh? Right? Keep me excited. Okay. So I mean, have you ever seen that before where they go outside into the rodeo? Nope. I mean, right?
All right. So here's the bonus. That hammer got $2,400. How about not?
I hate you.
I mean, it's classic. Classic example of when you bring a numbers guy to bear on something that doesn't lend itself well to being appreciated through a statistical lens. You know, it's like this idea of performance. You know, it's like fucking NBA talk. You know, like this idea that you can put a price on everybody's head, and that's how much you can expect them to generate. This idea that if we just work hard enough, and if we just shed the bullshit, if we just put everyone's feelings to the side, and come up with a system that really puts a numerical value on how good something was. And, no, you can't. Not if there's creativity involved, friend. Not if there's creativity involved, and it's creativity money that allows creativity, then and to this day, it comes up. This try experiment, this paying for good matches, and my God, it's like, I mean, can you think of a way to do it that would be that would have any merit to it? 'Cause I really can't.
The only way you could do it is by judging crowd reaction.
Okay.
Because that's like factual.
Get that fucking what do you call it? The decibel meter out there.
Right. Because it's like if you have a match where the crowd is really on the edge of their seat and the heat, I mean, you can even just sense the heat and the excitement from a crowd. That's the only way you can really judge the best match. Give a bonus, you know. People who are the most over, the advantage, they're going to have a party.
That's the idea. Like there have been nights in wrestling where someone lower on the card busts ass enough, connects enough that they do get a bigger rise in the main event.
You know, I mean, you're talking about, everyone. I mean, I don't know. I've never actually seen the show, but the first thing that comes to mind, I think, because we talked about it briefly last week, is that No Mercy 99, where where you got obviously Austin and Triple H in the main event going at it, but you've got this ladder match, tag match that steals the show.
Yep.
So,
got a Jericho Benoit ladder match, 2001 Rumble. Absolutely. And they're not the main event. That's
the only way you can really, because you can't judge on match quality, because as everyone knows, one person's 5-star classic is another person's dud.
Oh, of course. No, to say nothing of the fact that not everyone will have a match. It's just not fair.
Right.
I like
but
that.
But that doesn't necessarily, because you know what? Because on that regard, think about it like this. Think about look at the Rumble 92. You know who might have got, if we were judging the bonus on that? Piper would have gotten the bonus.
Good, he should have.
Well,
Flair probably should have.
Well, but I mean, if you're going for complete crowd reaction, that Piper match really is an extremely emotional, crazy moment. It would be hard to
something
judge.
I'm thinking about, though. Think about this.
What?
We're in an era where the crowd crowd is so
Had to think.
into themselves,
You win.
they would just, you know what I mean? They would just
Yeah.
cynically scream loud for the guy they like
You
to
get
get
to the
money.
next stage.
I don't think you could
In
do it
15
now.
seconds.
Yeah.
I think this is the thing
My
you
world
would have had
record
to have
would have
done
been hit in
pre-internet,
99.
before you knew guys were getting, before it was an obvious thing where guys were getting screwed because the fans liked them.
I would see it even if it didn't lead to money. Because, the thing is, it's not quack science. It's not like the
That was close.
why they can come and shut down a concert if it's after curfew.
That was
Shut down
close.
people from having a conversation on the sidewalk unless they're being too loud. Where's that line drawn? You've got these devices that can measure it. Particularly, they can measure it from the home of the apartment of the complainant. So if you're like, hey, the sound ordinance is being violated, this guy's too loud, they can come to your house with the thing, put with the decibel reader, and tell exactly how loud it is in your space and if that's a violation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get those devices. Let me see what it looks like.
Good point. Good point.
All right, well, that's fun. So, what did happen to Fox and Fry after he did WCW?
What did he do?
Yeah, what did he do?
I mean, I'm going to say he probably took some time off to reboot. And, but I mean, it looks like he did some stuff with Turner, too, afterwards.
Just went right back to work in the hierarchy. A couple of things to illuminate here. Come October, he's showing up in the press as being involved with the marketing of Wizard of Oz intellectual property, which of course Turner owns. CBS plays Wizard of Oz every
Ready?
Yeah, usually around Christmas time. Marionette season.
Well, at least it's better than First Purse. That's just quickly. Ow.
Wonderful Wizard of Oz. About Kansas City, Kansas, and there is a
Interesting.
Who is involved? Who is given responsibilities on this project in this Turner Home Entertainment hierarchy? Kim Brock.
Hey, really happy to be here. Help out with this incredible moment.
It's an iconic film.
Really is. I love The Wizard of Oz. I grew up watching it as a kid. This is something that I'm so excited to celebrate and to be a part of. I think this is a chance to bring The Wizard of Oz to a whole new generation of fans. Yeah, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Yeah. I don't come with the title, but really, I'm just here I'm here really as a fan of the film.
Tell me, I understand you've been with Turner for a while.
I have, yeah.
So, I understand you're new to the new business now. What were you doing just prior to this?
It's an interesting question, I'll say this. I definitely went outside the comfort zone.
Oh, how so?
Well, they asked me to be a part. You know Jim Hurd? You know him?
I can't say I've heard of him.
Yeah. He's a Pizza Hut guy. But run the WrestleMania program at Turner, and he stepped down. And for some reason, I don't know why, but they Ted came to me and said, "Hey, you wanna run the World Championship WrestleMania?" And I said, "Okay." I was like, "This is something new."
You ran the professional wrestling stuff for Ted?
I did.
Well, that must have been something. That must have been a real trip. Those guys are something else. They're so big.
They are. You know, they're you know, when you see them in person, they're a little intimidating. You know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't almost urinate myself a couple times because they're so scary.
Right.
You know, they're big guys. They work out a lot. You know, I'm just a regular guy.
Got it. Yeah, the regular guy is always the guy who says to somebody that folks bring with them 100 plates. Yeah, no. I mean, it was it was fun. It was good while it lasted. You know, I think. Why did it come to an end?
Well, you know, we just realized, you know, things happen, and it just wasn't the right fit for either of us. You know.
So it was mutual.
Yeah. I mean, it was what it was. You know.
Sounds like a bullshit. Nah. Real convincing. And I quote, "Sound like a bullshitter, Kip." Nah.
Start.
Nothing else? Kip Fry, Vice President of Business Development and Tournament Entertainment. Parent from the broadcasting Classic, licensed to Park we are very pleased with the landmarks design of the park that thrive, and we are encouraged by the results of the feasibility study. Other groups have approached us for the rights, but never has such a high-quality team of professionals in the theme park industry been assembled to accomplish this project. Defining quality of the full project is from the stage is excellence. So if you have been to the Wizard of Oz Museum in Kansas City, you have Kip Fry in part, in small part, to thank. After leaving wrestling for news.
No, here we go. Look at that.
Right. Start.
You gotta know.
I do love that it says on his Wikipedia page, Kip Allen Fry is a venture capitalist and an adjunct professor at the Sanford School of Public Policy of Duke University.
Yeah, let's talk about that. From 1997, he's back in the suit. A company named Accipiter appoints Kip Fry as president and COO. Seasoned executive brings to Accipiter food and travel.
Here's like a other thing quickly. I don't know. To me, this doesn't necessarily seem like a good thing, but I don't know business that much. He served as president and CEO of several companies and has presided over company transactions that $1 million in value. When the CEO of several companies is doing what he does good stuff. Here it's done. You know what I'm throwing down.
Announces that he's on board as, again, President COO. The press release says Fry brings to Accipiter over 10 years of successful financial, legal, new enterprise structuring, and Executive VP of Ventana, a diversified software multimedia publisher. Fry led the plan and implementation and operation, growing the revenue from $4 million to over $30 million in 2 years. Prior to that, he spent several years in numerous executive roles, such as Vice President and there's a couple of places. Numerous executive roles.
These are here's some of the names of the companies. Ventana It just sounds like you don't produce it. At Accipiter, and an open site communication,
As opposed to closed.
Like, I mean, I'm sure you have some, whatever, some some
Right, a .com boom.
right.
Yeah, he just wrote it. Whatever. Kip's ready. Kip's ready to set you up and then find the exit. Next, who's next? That's his story. That's his story. It says here, Fry graduated Phi Beta Kappa from the University of Southern California School of Cinema.
Damn right.
What did I tell you?
All he wants is that he's a bullshit artist.
What do you know about film majors? That's where you're coming from.
That means he majored in bullshit. and art too. So it's like, that's the thing. I'm a bullshit artist. He's a fucking producer. They're what? A lot of producers are lawyers. I love it. Like,
Lawyers, strict law, everybody needs a lawyer. What everybody's involved in. And then these people, with so many of these folks, they get ascended to the level of like visionary, entrepreneur. Business
lawyers,
but they're lawyers. They just dot the I's, cross the T's. They just know how to make it work on paper.
Not even that. They know how to get around shit, so they make more money. Who was it? Well, let me think if I'm remembering correctly here. Shit, I have to get their names.
It's all right.
But I know I won't name them, but I'll just say our friend. Although it's like public knowledge that they did this stuff, but that this is true that they were. Yeah, right. So, Keith, our friend Keith, who is friends with, who knows Frank Meadows. My friend Keith knows Frank Meadows. Worked for producers who were just that. They were lawyers. They were lawyers before, and they became producers, movie producers. They've won Oscars. They've won Academy Awards for their films. And not only that, but I remember one of the movies they produced, Keith had to go take away. When this movie came out, this happened probably about 10 years ago.
That's right, you can't run.
So Keith had to go bring a check to be deposited into their bank. This happened probably about 10 years ago. For an older movie that they had produced 25 years before. Do you know how much that check was worth? This is residuals from DVD sales and like home video stuff, like all, and this was only for 1 year.
How much?
Over $400,000 from a 20-year-old movie.
So the point of lawyers are there to make sure that shit happens. Exactly. Yeah. Not too
Shit. Ouch.
Literally receiving checks.
So it's a hell run.
This is again 20 years old, let alone the original box office receipts, let alone original home video receipts and DVD sales.
That's why it's
accumulated over the course of time.
That's why it's
accumulated over the course 20 years after the fact. They don't need to work off of one movie. They do work because they can make more money, but they don't need to work because they made this one movie.
Yes. Suddenly, they stumble into one successful thing that keeps paying. And so they walk around.
They'd be smart now.
Having some kind of golden touch. Really, all they have. They cherish all upon the fact that find a way out.
And because they also do better for the lawyers, because that way you don't have to pay a lawyer to do this shit. That's what producers are all about. They're all of the logistics.
Yeah, you know what? I made the comment about K. Allen Fry before.
Yeah.
You know, it's so weird that come 2000 when he joined South Partners, it's Kip A. Fry.
Ah, look at that. Look at that.
So I guess when he wants to be taken seriously, that's the name he chooses. And I'll let you know that certainly in the press releases.
Don't kill them all. Just get
we'll change
that.
wrestling. Does not appear anywhere in the text. Wrestling.
That's
does
right.
not appear anywhere in the text.
You know what is interesting? You know which producer is not a former or a lawyer? It's Jim Hutton.
Not a lawyer.
He graduated with a degree in psychology.
December 2000, Kip A. Fry in the South Partners. And commerce applications for Siebel Systems, the company who acquired Fry's Open Playtime in May of this year for $550 million. That's right. The company he owned, apparently, or had a role in, was bought out for $550 million. To oversee what was called the Siebel Scholars Program. So he is bouncing around. Somebody, a general partner there, says we're very fortunate to add Kip's expertise to our team. We have worked closely with Kip over the past 4 years and look forward to expanding our relationship at this level. Having run two very successful venture-backed companies, he understands our business well. He's also been out in the trenches himself and understands what makes an entrepreneurial venture successful. The last 5 years, I was President States Prize Entrepreneurial and the Triangle's most prominent. Company, comes in when it's time to do the deal. Very legal and executive position in the broadcasting system, private in North Carolina. Joining Ventana.
Your life.
Who else is filling in these dots for you, friends? Who else is filling in these gaps?
No, it's not dirty, but that's okay.
For that ass.
It's okay.
But it comes to an interesting. We're in an interesting place. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
With regard to Mr. Fry. Let's close out with this in the short tenure of Mr. Fry. Here's an article from 2010. It appeared in the Chronicle at Duke University. It kind of goes back to a long time. Again, it was never volunteered, and life decided to really for himself after his tenure atop WCW Turner Broadcasting. But here's the lead, one of the few instances you'll find Kip Fry talking about his concept. It's short, 2010.
Okay.
It's not your average resume for an adjunct professor at the Stanford School of Public Policy. From his escapades as a venture capitalist, becoming the executive vice president of World Championship Wrestling. Kip Fry, long time.
There we come.
Playing parts in the first set. Latest twist, local entrepreneur who is the Southeast top entrepreneurial star.
Look how fast they run.
I'm looking for something. I want a job where I can get a lot of money, but don't have to work.
You win.
And see how long I can last doing something before I let go.
Your life. Get to the next page.
Let's see what we can do for you, Kip. The startup companies that I've run have had a combination of technology that's really interesting and a market opportunity that at the moment seemed opportunistic. Fry said. Before serving in his most recent role as partner at InterSouth, he served as blah, blah, blah. Okay, as an associate general counsel at Turner in the early 1990s, Fry found himself the subject of an unexpected request to run Ted Turner's World Championship Wrestling. Quote, I didn't more than a year in his position, which is wrong.
Look at the words. Look at the words he uses too. Division, corporation.
Scan to the next page.
You know.
Yeah. Going by the stage name K. Allen Fry, in a Vince McMahon-like role. Not really. A Vince McMahon-like role? One TV appearance. Becoming a very public part of what he described as the soap opera championship wrestling before moving on to other features.
Ready? Start.
So he can't lose, right?
You know who he's like? He's like Hulk Hogan. Gets out or is let go right when I don't know if these things went under, but he certainly. I mean, to me, there's a reason why he's been the CEO of of several companies. I mean, I don't know how business works. You know, everyone of the soul systems like, shut up, you fucking actor. You don't know shit, and I would gladly take that. But there's something weird to me, and I know, like in the entertainment business, you know, executives get replaced left and right, but I don't know about the real world.
I don't know. It just seems more to me not that he's creating brilliant ideas that sell for a high price.
Ready?
Parachutes in. Just one or two touches to be ready.
They bring in like somebody who's a lot of money or something like
So, come May of last year, he was the interim director of what they call Coming Home. The last we hear about Kip Fry, as far as I can tell,
that he's dead.
back in April this year. This is from the Triangle Business Journal in Raleigh, Durham.
Ooh, all right.
Your line.
Duke
Scan to
professor
the next
sells
page.
Chapel Hill home for $4 million. A venture capitalist and Duke University professor has sold his Chapel Hill Country Club mansion for $4 million in a deal that ranks among the top residential sales in the Triangle in at least the last year. Kip and Meredith Fry. Wow. The sale earlier. The Frys didn't immediately return calls for comment, but the sale might have something to do with Kip Fry's losing
Ready?
nation.
Start.
On to the next. You can have Wednesday that Fry would be losing the directly. Fry helped him before. One spot. No, but here's the thing though. Like, obviously did something right, something wrong. Fucking jackrabbit here who comes in, you know, makes a couple $million and then fucking jets. So jet sets and says, "Fuck it, I'm out." Like, he saw WCW was what he went on to do for the rest of his life. It didn't matter what it was. In addition to a 23-year teaching career at Duke, Fry has served at the helm of a number of companies in the Triangle, including as CEO of OpenSite Technologies, Evo App, and Zemp Sound Innovations. The Fry's 7,655 home, I think they mean square foot, is split between two buildings spread across the trees, 2 acres. Couple of So there you go.
He's like one of the .com guys who got away with it when that shit crashed, you know?
Totally. And I want to close this little bite
Your line.
Yes.
Scan to the next page.
by taking you, boss,
Boy.
to a little something I found just mind-blowing. Just let me know if you can see what I want you to see.
It's coming. There we go. Oh, is that him? That son of a bitch.
Is it in?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. I want you to think about something. He's going to talk about venture
Race
capitalists.
start.
You get the general idea of like an idea for software. Right, okay. A lot of money. And you're just okay. Well, you need to have money to venture capital is the venture. They're looking to put clients' money to work. People who trust them with the money to find.
Are they the kind of, are they like the people on that show was it Shark Tank?
Yes, exactly.
Those are venture capitalists. They're trying to buy this thing and they take a stake of your company.
Correct.
Gotcha.
You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
All right.
And they act like that show is like, oh, it's not like that. That's no, you think you're like that. Back in your mind. But, yes. So he's explaining to the Duke Innovation and Entrepreneurship